All right, so here's something we got done around the house. Still in the process of getting ready for the season here. We'll be ready to party soon. So anyway, my wife had the this thing coated. So the whole deck, there was the old concrete that came with the house. I say old, the house is built in 2014. And then there was the new concrete that was poured to go around the pool. So they coated it. Try and get in real close here at 4K. This stuff is like, it's almost like paint chips. So it has texture, and then they glued it down, spread it out thin. Hey, Poppy. There's Gemma. That little squirt's the newish one. That's dude, what's your name? Peaches, yeah. And then Bella's over there probably dropping a deuce. Anyway, so we got, they basically glue this stuff down, and then they put a clear epoxy over it. So it provides grip, and now it's all uniform, and it doesn't get hot in the summertime. So this should be very durable and easy to clean, pressure wash, all that stuff. So we're trying to get the backyard, ready to go. So I'll tell you, man, I'll never do another pool. Whatever you think it's going to cost you double. So we got the pool, we got the spa. It's all salt water. We got it heated. There's a waterfall we could turn on over there. It's got a huge ass freaking heater. We can heat the whole pool up, even in the wintertime in a day. The hot tub gets up in about five minutes. The problem was it killed all of our lawn. All the drainage, the lawn no longer drained properly. So we had to basically put in, the hill was eroding from the construction going on up there at the horse farm. So we had to put in retaining walls and a retaining wall. Poppy, that's why we put the gate up, Dick. Hey, you too? Get out of there. Come on, dude. Donna's going to smack you. Yeah, so anyway, we had to put flower beds down and stuff here. Underneath, all those dry beds, all the water that rushes off that hill goes through those dry beds into, we got drain system here that goes out that way. Move it, Goober. That's Poppy. Come on, dude, just stop right in front of me. There's a drain over here. So all that water flows into there, comes off the property. We're still trying to get all the grass to regrow here. And I did all the plantings. We got lighting and stuff. There's Belly. There's the old girl, 14 years old. Hey, buddy. And let's see. Dry beds up there, again, capturing all that water, which goes into this dry bed, which then goes under the, there's a storm drain under there. So that goes out to the retention pond. So we just got to finish cleaning up. We got Max's grave over there. It was only, without having much of a yard, couldn't really come up with another good place for him. So I've got, we got to get some weed stuff sprayed up in there to kill off the weeds that started up this spring. Just do a little bit more cleanup. We do have grass growing again. So what's happening with before we put all the drainage, there's drainage under here, all the stuff, there's French drains everywhere. And then underneath there's a corrugated, some kind of big pipe that has holes in it, so the water soaks into the ground and then into the pipe, and then it drains into there. Before that, the grass was drowning. So I got a headstone with Max's name engraved on it for that. And then we got the shed, which covers up that big manhole cover drain, so you don't have to see it. The water just flows underneath. And then, let's see. Yeah, just got to get the rest of the furniture set up. We got the little mini fire pit. Got the smoker, electric smoker. And then Komodo Joe. I think that's a Big Joe or a Joe XL. And then we got a new gas grill for this season. And then I get my sound system back out here and figure out what we're going to do with shelving and, rest of the furniture. But it's coming along nice. And then there's a heater. We get to put that away now. But in the wintertime, you can sit out there and have that heater going, provide a little heat. What you doing, Poppy? Come here, baby. See, this is how a pity should be. Unfortunately, Max wasn't quite like you. This dog wouldn't hurt a flea. Actually, she's taken to the little puppy. She's very nurturing. She doesn't get aggressive. A little bit with toys. If they go for her toy, she'll growl at them, but she's never bit or hurt anybody. Actually, other than Max. One she gave when Max was a little bit smaller. I say he was a puppy. He was still probably 50 pounds at the time. But he was in the crate with her, and he was spazzing out because Leo was vacuuming. And he just went apeshit in the crate, and Poppy was just like having none of it. So she tagged him and gave him 9 stitches in his face. It's the only time she's ever done anything, and he was kind of asking for it. So she's a good dog, man. No, never have any concerns about her with people or animals. Much as I miss Max, it is a little bit less stressful in the house when one of the dogs is doing something or someone comes over. I'm not on high alert like I'm pretty sure you ain't gonna bite, but let's be careful. And so anyway, we just got to get a little bit of grass growing. Donna did all the plantings and stuff a couple weeks ago. Got this all straightened out. But I think we're in pretty good shape. Might have to get a new robot because that one's a piece of shit. But pretty much every robot I've bought is a piece of shit. So that's an update on Dave's yard. But if you're going to get a pool, don't. If you do get a pool, make sure the person understands drainage and irrigation and all that kind of stuff, because what we spent on that whole hill and all the draining over there and all this stuff was more than the pool, and the pool was almost 60. So it really got out of hand. I mean, it looks nice now, and it's, you know, as soon as we get a couple of little things cleaned up and everything spaced out the way it's supposed to, and get the pool floaties back in the pool and stuff, you know, it'll look awesome, and I guess it'll be worth it at that point. I do have to paint that because the guy back there was cleaning out brush with a forklift or a backhoe and took out 2 of my boards. I'm like, can you replace those? And he's like, yeah, okay, I'll replace them, no problem. But then he didn't think to paint them. So I gotta go find paint. Anyway, there's an updates for Dave's garage or Dave's pool. I don't know. I'm really happy with how this came out. If you guys are, well, you're probably not local to me, so it wouldn't help to give them a free plug, but it was a good thing that they did. They came out, pressure washed it, cleaned it, prepped it, and then they put down this little layer of glue. And then this stuff is really thin. It's not like pebbles or rocks. It's almost like paint chips. It's really thin. And they put glue down, and they'd sprinkle the stuff on, and then spread it all out so that it was like 1 or 2 layers thick. And then whatever was stuck to the glue stayed, and then they brushed the stuff off, and then they just spray on top of it, or maybe they use brushes. I don't know. I wasn't watching, but it came out really good. So this will be good because the pool was kind of slippery when the concrete would get wet. Donna had it sealed originally, and they supposedly put sand or pumice in it, but it wasn't enough. If your feet were wet and you try to run around or just move quickly around the pool, you'd end up busting your ass. So, all right, guys, let's go in the house. Little dog, you get down here. I'm not chasing you up the hill. All right, we'll see you guys later.